What's going on, everybody? It's Blackjack. Welcome back to Crystalline. Leanna hovers over me and I groan softly. That's right, I need to move my microphone a little bit, so I'm sorry if you heard that. She doesn't know about my impromptu midnight training session. Guess I better get ready to spar. Stifling a yawn, I crawl out of bed and join Leanna out in the field. We practice our sparring until my muscles are sore and Leanna is broken out in a sweat. Neither of us manages to knock the other one down this time, leaving us in a draw. When we return to the campsite, Kara and Zach are nowhere to be seen. Zach learned?
Hey, where did Zach and Kara go?
I don't want to know. Amelia looks up. She's crouched beside the fire pit with the pongo nuzzled between her neck and shoulder.
They were not here when I awakened.
I don't want to know. Huh, that's weird. Kara usually sleeps in and Zach sticks around to make everyone breakfast. I wonder where they could have gone. I don't want to know. Also, shouldn't we be more worried about where old-ass Crystalline is? Amy sparks a small fire while we hang an iron pot over the flames, and Amelia waves her hand. Cool water rushes from her palm and splashes inside. She smiles, pleased with herself, and raises the crackling flames to make the water boil faster. Crystalline watches on with interest in Amy's skill. After a while, I see Zach and Kara approaching us from the distance. As they get closer, I see Kara retying her chestnut hair into a ponytail. There are a few leaves sticking up in Zach's hair. And by the time they reach us, I notice his face is a little more colored than usual. Lana watches them with a suspicious look, but she doesn't say anything. Amy is too preoccupied with stirring the porridge to notice.
Good morning, friends.
Good morning. I imagine you had one too. Hi. Kara seems to be in a good mood. I wonder why. I haven't seen her smile this much in a while. I wonder why. Her eyes are brighter, like a cat's. I wonder why. She stands on her tippy toes and picks a few leaves out of Zach's messy hair. I wonder why. Is it just me, or does he have a few extra scrapes than usual? I can see the tail end of a scarlet scratch torn across his collarbone, curling out from underneath the top of his shirt. His coat is a little lopsided too, like he put it on in a hurry. Kara smiles and brushes some dirt off his broad shoulders.
Hey.
Oh, look at you, smiling. That's new. I lift an eyebrow. Hey, where did you guys go? Zach's face starts to flush.
We went hunting for breakfast.
Yeah, sure. Sure, you had a wonderful treat to eat. I raise an eyebrow. So, where is it? Zach blinks.
Oh.
The blush brightens in his cheeks.
I ate it already.
Yeah, already made that joke. Kara's gaze slides up to Zach's face. The corner of her mouth tugs upward.
You sure did do some eating.
I already made this joke. I choke and mask it into a cough. Leanna looks confused.
What did you eat?
You don't want to know. Zach's cheeks seem to have gone up in flames. His face is ruby red. He avoids eye contact and forces out an uncomfortable laugh. Also, this is why Kara's best girl, but fuck this guy. Amelia finally looks up from our breakfast and stares at the scene. She glances between Zach and Kara and then back at Zach. Her gaze lingers. Oh boy. Zach shifts under her stare, clearly uncomfortable. Amy's eyes seem to be boring into his skin. After a long silence, she tilts her head.
Zach, you appear to be injured.
Okay. Zach blinks.
What?
She points.
You have a slight abrasion on your neck.
Is it because they said it was like a scratch? Now, if it was a bruise, that's a completely different thing. He chokes and shoves the collar of his jacket to cover up his throat, but to no avail. I can still see it.
Don't worry about it. The hunt just got a little rough.
Oh, I bet it did. Leanna glances to where Amelia is pointing. A second later, her face grows pink.
Oh, Kara!
Kara feigns innocence.
What?
You know what?
I really don't have the faintest idea.
Really? Her eyes are full of mirth as Leanna fidgets.
Never mind. Maybe the rest of us should just eat too.
Oh yeah, that'd be a great idea, Leanna. Leanna. Her eyes flickered as Kara smirked.
I mean, eat a meal! As opposed to? As opposed to nothing! That's why I said a meal!
Crystalline looks from Kara to Zach into Leanna's burning face and bursts into laughter.
I can tell this is going to be fun.
Why are you still here? Zach brushes past him as he reaches for the plates. Kara is a step behind him. I mean, Gangalang leaves and returns with a few walnuts and berries. He adds them into the porridge for some extra flavor. I have to admit, it'd be pretty bland without them. The rest of breakfast is passed in uncomfortable silence. Kara casts long glances at Zack and pretends not to notice. Leanna looks at anyone but the two of them, while Amy seems as oblivious as ever. Good. Only Gangalang seems to be thoroughly enjoying himself. Yeah, I think maybe somebody else thoroughly enjoyed themselves as well. Once breakfast is over, we clean up the camp and continue on our way to the water temple. All that for a sex scene. The path crunches under our feet. The sky is clear and the sun scatters its fingers like crowns over the top of the trees. I can see mountains in the distance. The jagged ridges sprawled out along the horizon like ocean waves. When I started to break out into a slight sweat, we find ourselves surrounded by the mountains. I gaze up at the range of the sharp peaks like dragon teeth. Others disappear high into the clouds. We stop in the hollow of a mountain. The air smells of jasmine and salt. I pause my eyes, falling on a wide cave mouth. Is that the entrance? Gangalang beams.
Yes, this is it.
We cautiously enter the cavernous entrance. Blue light flickers across the cave wall as a faint glow radiates. I take another look at it and see a large staircase leading down into deep, dark water. Wait a second, are we going underwater? Gangalang nods.
Yes, sir. These steps will lead us to an underwater tunnel, which will take us to the temple.
To the temple. Underwater tunnels are a whole lot of nope. Good thing I swim. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. No. I just thought it was a really bad, like, grammatical error. No. That's a pun. No. Oh god, no. Good thing I swim lake of fish. This is fine. This is yeah. No way. Gangalang looks surprised.
What is it?
I don't like adventure. The rest of the party stares at me too. I guess I'm the only one creeped out by the dark existential abyss of cave diving.
Afraid of getting wet?
This with Kara would be different. I shake my head. I don't mind water, but I do mind the deep, dark, claustrophobic depths.
Perhaps my water magic could be of assistance.
Oh, you know water magic too? Oh, no, wait, no. I think she said she knew that. Gangalang looks at her and grins.
We are fortunate to have a mage caster with us who can manipulate water.
Yeah, that's good for us. He closes his eyes and puts a hand over his chest and says, "We, the people."
With a mere twist of the wrist, she bends the sea to her will, and to the wave which dare defies her, her ice will freeze it still.
All right, you're good at this. You're good at this. I will give you that. You were good at this, Gangalang. Leanna's eyes light up. Hey, you!
That was beautiful.
She claps. Gangalang smiles, earnest and embarrassed.
Don't you think so? Perhaps I should write it down.
You should. Maybe it can go into your new poem.
Are you guys ready yet? Or is everybody done fawning over each other? Because remember, I gotta get the water. Yeah, let's do that. Leanna nods.
Yep, lead the way.
What do you mean lead the way? I don't know where I'm going. Gangalang leads us down this. Oh, Gangalang is leading. Fine. Barnacles, seaweed, and barnacles. SpongeBob is down there too, and mussels cling to the dark gray stones. The water ripples at our feet. As I look out, it only becomes deeper. Amy steps forward, her manipulators glowing.
Do the stairs continue to descend?
I'll admit I'm uncertain.
It is of no matter. We shall soon discover the answer. Please, continue.
Continue. She waves her arms in the air as Gangalang takes a step forward in the water. It moves out of the way of his boot. His grin broadens as the water flows around him, keeping him wrapped in a dry bubble.
What do you know? There are more stairs.
Oh, good. Thanks, Gangalang. Amelia remains in the back with her manipulators glowing. We travel ahead of her and continue down the stairs. As we descend further down, I glance up at the shimmering water which slips easily around us. Small schools of fish scurry past, bobbing as they swim around us. Soon the stairs level out. We follow a shallow corridor which opens up into the mouth of a large cavern. Several tunnels branch off in different directions around the cavern, but it's too dark inside to go to see where they may go. Okay, this is kind of dope. Blue crystals glitter all across the cavern. Some cling to the ceiling like icicles, while others spread across the walls like frost.
Huh?
The Pongo pops his head out from inside of Amelia's pouch. His eyes light up with wonder.
Hi. Water crystals.
What? She points to something behind me. Amelia crosses to a few crystals that are glowing around the ground. She fidgets with her bracelets, the symbols lighting up as she scans them.
Fascinating.
What is?
These water crystals are mineable ore. One can use them to create spheres.
Sweet, let's go snag some. If that's the case, then how come no one else has come here to mine them? Amelia doesn't even turn around to face me, completely absorbed with the crystals.
This place has been lost to knowledge.
Yeah, just to knowledge. She touches one of the crystals. Her bracelet glows firelight bright. Ice creaks underneath her touch, and then I hear a sharp snap. A bit of the sapphire cracks off and her eyes brighten. She holds the piece up, examining it from side to side. I'm confused. We've seen crystals before. They're all over, pouring up and powering up every single city we've been to. That's actually a very good point. I forgot about that. Is there something special about water crystals? Amelia shakes her head.
Crystals near temples are a rarity. I will use this one to study for further research.
You have fun with that. This dude's about to suck up every crystal. The Pongo leaps out of her pouch and nibbles on a large crystal. Oh, there it is. He wobbles, obviously content. Leanna, Zach, and Kara wander around and check out the crystals. Their deep blue reflects off the water and sparkle dancing lights across the cavern space. It reminds me of a disco ball. The effect is a bit mesmerizing. Giggling turns down one of the tunnels.
The temple should be down here.
Okay. I look to where he's going. Something flickers in the depths of one of the tunnels, something silvery and bright. It's Gingolane's hair. I follow Gingolane into the tunnel when he shoulder bumps into a slick surface. Ow! My brows furrow. We're inside of a cave, so why was the wall so smooth? I reach up and touch cool glass. A mirror? I look around. No, a room full of mirrors. My breath catches in my throat. Hundreds of reflections blink back at me. Guys, are you seeing this? No response. Guys? I turn around. No one is there. I notice the walls in our previous path are also lined with mirrors. How did I walk through that without noticing before? Did the others do the same? They could have gone anywhere. This wasn't just a room. It was a maze! Everywhere I turn, I see myself. I run my hands over the mirrors to keep myself grounded, but so many reflections, I have a hard time keeping track of where I'm going. It just feels like I'm going in circles. I let a small growl of frustration, turning around. Something purple flashes from the corner of my eye, then something white.
Hey, is that you?
Kara? I turn to see her and Leanna standing at the end of one of the paths. Damn it! I was gonna ask you about maybe getting some lunch. Just saying. Kara grins and waves at me. I grin back, excitement flooding into my chest. Finally, I dash towards them and slam face first straight into a mirror. I lurch backwards, cupping my nose. I hear footsteps behind me.
Are you alright?
A blush crawls into my face. Yeah. My nose throbs with pain, but I didn't hit the wall hard enough to leave any real damage.
It was hard traveling through this maze for me too.
I like how we all solved it. The three of us jump and whirl around. Amelia cocks her head and stares at me. Where did you come from?
I followed your voices and found you all here.
Okay. Did you see the others? Her gaze lingers on me again. No.
No.
Leanna twists her hands nervously.
I really don't like the look of this place. The mirrors are so creepy.
Maybe we should find a way out.
What about Zach and Gingolane?
Gingolane? His name is very fun to say. We might run into them. Either way, it's better than just standing here admiring ourselves in the mirror.
Sounds like a plan.
We twist in and out of the maze for a while. It feels like we're making progress. We go down a long path leading straight to nothing. Kara sighs.
Dead end.
She places her hand on the mirror in front of us.
This is going to take forever.
I know what we can do to pass the time. There's nothing to hunt, but, you know, we're stuck in a maze, so why not?
Wait!
What? I look up. Something shimmers inside of the mirror. Foggy at first, but then it slowly becomes clear. Letters brighten and form together to screed a single word. Us? Kara blinks.
That's it? Just us?
Yes, just us. Specifically, you and me. She frowns, resting a hand on her hip.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
United States. Something to do with us?
Do you think there are more words hidden out here?
Probably.
I glance at Amelia, who wears an intense stare. What do you think, Amy? She shrugs, but otherwise doesn't answer. Guess we have to move on then. Good talk, Amy. We turn around and try again. The second one takes us longer to find. We keep twisting and turning in circles before Leanna ultimately reaches out and accidentally pats against a solid mirror at the end of the corridor. The letters breathe and flare up again. They form a new word.
Among...
Leanna frowns, her brows crinkling together.
Us and among? What does that mean?
Usamong! You never heard of that? It's a Korean word. Usamong. No, it's not. They're really stressing something that has to do with, us. I'm not sure I like the sound of that.
There are probably some more words out there we need to find to make sense of this.
Great, let's go word searching. Amy hangs back and watches silently. She feels my eyes on her and shifts her gaze onto me. I feel like her stare is a challenge, but I don't know why.
Can you make any sense out of this, Amy? You're usually really good with puzzles.
Yeah, Amy. Amelia tears her gaze off of me and looks at Kara instead.
I don't know. They just seem like random words to me.
Bullshit! Kara blinks.
Right, but do you think it means anything?
No idea.
Good talk. Well, this is still a dead end, so let's move on. We turn around again, bumping into even more mirrors. I keep getting turned around. Are we walking the same halls or going down new corridors? My hands reach out and skim across the silver mirrors as we walk. Amy remains silent, seemingly unconcerned. Her gaze continues to bore into me, making me even more nervous than I already feel. We come up with another dead end in which more letters slowly appear. Illusion. It's a message. The words are just jumbled up.
Us among illusion?
No.
Among Illusion Us.
No! No, it's Illusion Among Us. Come on, guys. Leanna frowns, suddenly looking nervous.
So something among us isn't real?
Yeah, it's you. Kara's been best girl the whole time. Kara raises her eyebrows.
Yeah, but what?
There is nothing else with us, just each other. Not something, someone. Gang Elaine's not real. Also, Zach's not real either. Sorry, Kara. Leanna flinches.
Maybe, but who would it be?
I think it's Amy.
What makes you think that?
'Cause you're not talking like you normally do. That is what makes me think that. Her brows crinkle in confusion.
Huh?
You aren't talking like one of my science textbooks. Yes, I was like, you're not. Yes, thank you. Amy doesn't use contractions or shy away from a challenge. Yeah. Surprise flickers behind her. I like how that was it for me. I was just like, yeah, you don't sound like her. You're off.
I see.
But she keeps staring at me, and it's weird. Amy blinks, then a crocodile smile spreads across her face.
Good.
Just good. She shivers as she steps back into a mirror. When I look through, her image dissolves like water into the milky silver of the glass. When I look again, my own reflection stares back at me. Well, that was unsettling.
No kidding.
The mirror flashes a blinding white. I cringe and cover my ears as bright spots do acrobats in front of my nose. I hear the sound of something shimmering, and when I look up, I see the maze dissolve into starlight. I almost made a Muse reference. The tunnel returns to a straight path. We traveled down it for a short while before seeing familiar faces. Oh, no, sorry. Before seeing familiar faces. Before.
Oh, it's you guys.
Oh, it's you. What a pleasant surprise. I blink, my eyes still refocusing into this, from the sudden light. When my vision clears, I see Zach, Amelia, and Gingalan heading our way from across the room. Kara rushes over to Zach. Leanna lets out a loud breath of relief.
Amy, you're okay.
How do we shouldn't be so sure that that's actually Amy, though. Amelia blinks.
I assume the illusion among your group must have been me.
Yeah, there you go. You're back to sounding like a textbook. Yep. Leanna smiles.
Well, in any case, I'm so glad you guys are safe.
Who is your illusion? Gingley returns Leanna's smile.
Yes, we are relieved you're all safe too. It's good to be reunited.
Okay, everybody sounds normal. As Leanna talks, Zack makes sure to look anywhere except at her. Even Kara narrows her eyes. Oh, because Leanna was probably the illusion.
Zack, you're acting weird. You're not another illusion, are you?
He prickles and shakes his head.
Nope. I am very much me, in the most normal and loyal sense of the word.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Loyal? What did you do?
Nothing. I told you I was loyal.
Hi, Kara. I'm available now. Gingley looks from Zack to Kara. It's not like me and Leanna aren't actually a thing. Like it's just like dating. We haven't quite figured that one out. Come on, Kara. Gingley looks from Zack to Kara and lets out a hearty laugh.
I had not realized it before, Zack, but you seem to be quite the ladies' man.
Hi! He wishes.
I will be sure to immortalize all that has happened in this most daring tale of...
No!
Yes, please. Zack's eyes are wide.
I mean, that's really not necessary.
Oh, it totally is. What exactly happened on your side? So then I can break up with Leanna and get with Kara.
Leanna, Jingling, Zack, and I had to solve a message.
Okay. Wait, but Leanna was on our side.
Correct. It was very obvious that the illusion was her.
How so? It's a thing. I predict the text every time.
No reason.
I look over at Zack, who's now avoiding eye contact with both Leanna and Kara.
To put it quite bluntly, Leanna attempted to seduce Zack.
And I guess it worked. Leanna's face turns crimson red.
What?
Kara turns to Zack. Yeah, fucking no good scumbag.
And you fell for her, hey there, sailor, tactics?
Zack's face matches Leanna's in redness. Yes, it's over. Oh man, come on, dude. She took you out for fucking breakfast and this is how you treat her? Dude, Zack, worst boy.
It wasn't like that at all. She was actually good.
Oh, yeah, no. It's over. You done fucked up, son.
Precisely. Her technique was especially effective. That is how we deduced she could not possibly be the real Leanna at all.
And Zack still got with the illusion. Leanna pouts.
Hey!
I mean, it's true. Kara whirls around to face Leanna.
Why would you do that? I thought we were friends.
What? Leanna's eyes widen. She shakes her head.
No. It wasn't me. It was illusion me. I would never hit on Zack.
Yeah, see? Because he's not a ladies' man. Duh. Kara frowns.
And why not? Is he not good enough for you?
Wait, what? I'm very... Kara, what are you doing right now?
Huh? I mean, he must be okay if the illusion me hit on him.
Huh? The both of you are super confusing right now.
I knew it!
I don't understand what's happening.
Neither do I. What? My body prickles. The image of Leanna and Zack together coils a hot band of jealousy deep within my gut. No, it doesn't. Leanna, why? Shit, that's my worst acting yet. Oh, sorry, let's try it again. Leanna, why? She whirls to face me, looking flabbergasted.
You too?
Leanna lifts her arms into the air, exasperated.
I was literally with you guys the whole time.
Kara and I glared at her suspiciously.
Hey, don't worry. She'd never be able to do what she did back there in real life.
Wow. Kara and Leanna stiffen. They turn to face him, eyes hardening into a glare that could slice straight through all the crystals in the cave.
Excuse me?
And what exactly did she do back there?
Zack balks. It's not a very good answer. He takes a step back.
I didn't mean anything.
I never meant anything ever. Ginglane's spine suddenly locks.
Do you all hear that?
Yeah, it's just the quibbling of these three. Kara and Leanna freeze. Everyone stops to listen. There's a sound of rushing water. You sure we just haven't been hearing that this whole time? Is that a waterfall? He nods.
I think so. If we're nearing water, then perhaps we're close to the temple.
Sweet. We follow the source of the noise. It becomes louder and louder and louder the further we travel. Soon we come across a temple ruin deep within the cavern. I walk up the steps and into the temple, and the others follow. A sapphire pool sits at the center of the room. Waterfalls rush and flow into it as crystals glitter and sparkle all around. I stare at the pool as it begins to ripple and shift. A dark shadow ascends from the depths. A woman rises like a sea nymph, water slushing down her body. I flinch in surprise. Hi. You wanna try seducing Zach again? He's kind of an idiot. Kind of not wanting him the car thing. I'm gonna absorb your energy anyways. You might as well help me out here. The woman opens her eyes. A soft smile curves her face. Dark midnight blue hair, like wild waves. Like wild waves down to her lower back. Wait. Flows like wild waves. Okay, no, I see. A thin film of water covers her, making her look otherworldly, embraced by the soft glow of the crystals. She must be the water elemental. Her laughter sounds like a stream gurgling over precious pearls. The sound echoes deep within my chest and fills me with a strange calm. As she steps towards me, I take a step back, but trip over a loose stone and fall backwards. Undeterred, she extends her hands and gently cups my face. She leans closer to me, and before I know it, a cool splash of pressure is on my lips. My eyes automatically close as I drink in her energy. What? It's like suggestive as hell, but then it's just like I'm taking in her energy. She tastes like pure spring water. I don't think I've ever described a girl in my life as pure spring water. And I feel a stream of energy flow into me, crisp and fluid. All too soon, the feeling ceases, and when I open my eyes, she's gone. Leanna, you jealous? Leanna hovers over me. I gasp when I see her, and against my will, a blush blossoms in my cheeks. Hi, Leanna.
Did you just have an encounter with the elemental?
I don't know if encounter is the word I would use, but sure. Yes?
How did it go?
Oh, splendid. Business as usual. Pretty well, actually. Just business as usual. She gives me a strange look.
Uh-huh. And why exactly are you on the ground?
That's the question that you have? I'm on the ground because I had to talk to the elemental. That's why. Just standard energy transfer procedure, yeah. She crosses her arms. That didn't work. Now she definitely knows something is up. Wait, what? Amelia steps up to me and performs a scan with her manipulator. What do you... I have the water elemental power now. She hovers by my face and her brows crease into a frown.
How very curious.
What?
My scan reports an unusually high concentration of energy on your lips.
Okay. Lana blinks before her eyes widen.
You kissed her?
Listen, no. I took in her energy. Did you not read the dialogue before then? I took in her energy. That's what happened. No, it's all a misunderstanding.
Your lips didn't touch together to transfer the energy then?
Okay, that's not the same thing. It's like when Starfire came to Earth and she like made out with Robin. It wasn't like so much that she was like in love with him. It was she needed to learn the English language, and that's how she learns languages, is by touching mouths. Okay? Like come on. Do you not understand that maybe everything isn't necessarily as it seems? Like eating breakfast? Well...
They did?
It's not like I had a choice. She was already transferring the energy.
I can't believe you.
Alright, fine. Go away. I want Car anyway. Hey, I'm the victim here. Besides, you flirted with Zach.
That was different. It wasn't even me.
Okay, and she's not even real. I mean, like, she's not, like, real. She's like a spirit, and now she's inside me. That sounds weird. Luckily, Kara and Zach return. Their packs heavy with items. Gingalang returns too, although he remains empty-handed.
What's this about kissing an elemental?
Oh my God. Nothing! I scrambled to my feet. I think we spent enough time here already and we should get going. Yes, please. Gingaline hides his laughter and nods.
Yes, let us be on our way.
Oh, jeez. Leanna and Amy lead the way out of the temple, while Gingaline and I follow closely behind. Kara and Zack take one last scan of the area. Afterwards, they follow us out, and we start heading back the way we came. Without the illusion test, the exit is just a clear path down the tunnel. The maze has completely disappeared. I guess the Guardian was the one who put the maze in as part of their trial. As we travel through the tunnel, I freeze. Oh no, it's too cold. What is it? The Arctic, the polar vortex, it's hit here. I freeze when I hear the faint sound of voices. Catching Leanna's eye, she motions, wordlessly motions for us to stay low. Zack responds with an imperceptible nod. We creep carefully towards the mouth of the tunnel and hide behind the towering stalagmites. Sorry, that's what that word is. Kara, Zack, and Gingaline are on one side, while Leanna, Amy, and I are on the other. The Pongo flattens himself as low as possible to the ground. Peeking around the corner, I see a group of about a dozen people or so bustling back and forth. The clinking of pickaxes echo through the cave as some of the men chip at the rocks. One of the men removes a luminescent crystal from the cave side and carries it over to a receptacle. They're collecting water crystals. This is bad. Why? Leanna and Amelia look equally concerned. Leanna already has her manipulator ready for a scan. When she sees the results, her jaw clenches. She shows Amy, who frowns. I drop my voice to a whisper. What is it?
Void.
Oh, okay. Now I understand why this is bad. I peer out again. In the middle of the cave are a group of cloaked figures. As one shifts, I spot double manipulators on his arms. A mage caster. It makes sense that they need someone who knows water magic to reach the temple, but that's still some serious power they're packing for a mining operation. Should probably save. If this is just a mining operation, where are the mages?
It would seem the mining efforts of the water crystals here are to supplement the transmutation efforts of Void. We have to stop them.
It doesn't look like they're set up yet. I scan the area, and there are a few scouts on lookout at the main cavern entrance. A couple of mages and a handful of miners. No one seems to have detected our presence yet. Zack motions towards us. It was a funny, like, because that has like two meanings when you say it, like minor. I was just like, it could have just been minors, and I was like, no, not like that, not like that at all. Zack motions towards us, catching our attention. He signals that we should flank them and attack. Leanna nods. Zack and Kara begin to creep closer to the tunnel opening. Leanna and Amy confer.
Keep your magic ready. The rest of the team will focus on the scouts and miners, but we'll want to take out those mages as soon as possible.
Aye, aye, Captain. Amelia nods, and her manipulators glow. As Leanna readies herself, we begin to move in. I ready my sword and feel the tingle of magic in my fingers. Everything tingles. Once everything is in position, Amelia lets loose a fireball and drinks it. And everybody gets drunk. The end. Which lands square in the back of the mage caster. Zack and Kara race out and engage with the nearest miners. Gingaline rushes towards the entrance to take care of the guards, while Leanna and I charge the mages. Let's save. Alright, click the matching icon. Done. Bang, 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 gang-a-lang. And we're done. Nope. Now we're done. Hooray. I thought it was 6. Apparently it's 7. I defeat the last Void member and he drops to the ground. Panting hard, I survey the fallen Void members. My adrenaline's still high. None of them stir. Slowly, everyone trickles back together, checking that no Void members are still conscious.
Everyone okay?
Yeah! We all nod.
How did Void know where the temple is?
They probably followed us.
I wondered the same thing. We got pretty lucky in finding this place.
They must be growing exponentially in power and amassing more resources than anticipated.
Or Gingaline is the leader of Void and he's just traveling with us so that he knows where to send people to go. I mean, that's also a possibility.
What do we do with those mine crystals?
We take them for ourselves and feed them to the Pongo.
We should take them. They can still be fashioned into crystal spheres, since they haven't been tainted.
Or we can feed them to the Pongo, but sure, yeah, your idea too.
I'll help.
Kara and Leanna begin to organize the fallen crystals when we hear shouting down one of the tunnels. What's that?
It sounds like void reinforcements.
Sweet.
Those scouts must have alerted the rest of the troops before we took them out.
The shouting ceases, but we hear the thunder of footsteps, and before long, a group of about 20 men surround us. Sweet, we're gonna kick their ass. Zack shoots at the nearest men, but more replace the ones who fall. Lana and Amelia shoot blasts of energy at anyone who tries to surround us, but the men keep closing in. Kara throws a handful of daggers at anyone who approaches, and I channel my energy and blast anyone who comes too close. Although our efforts are formidable, the closing reinforcements seem endless as one man falls and other bodies soon replaces him. Kage Bunshin no Jutsu is one hell of a drug. They close in on us until we are standing back to back. My breathing is labored as we struggle to hold off the men. Gingling closes his eyes, and when he opens them, they flash purple. I told you! His entire body is encased in a violet glow, beginning from his spot on his necklace beneath his throat.
Stand back!
His voice is harsh and throaty, unlike his usual smooth, velvety tones. He waves his arm and elongated shadows extend from his fingertips, pushing back the invading force. Void men groan as they're knocked backwards. Before they can get back up, Gingling points and shadow magic channels out of his hands, colliding square into the enemy's chest and collapse to the ground as more men swarm in. More men! Gingling mutters a few words and throws out his hands again. This time as the energy channels out of him, it morphs into a phantom claw which swipes the nearest group of Void members. I watch stunned as Gingling moves in a blur, dodging attacks from all of the Void team. Zack he just occasionally shoots people and anyone who gets too close to him, but soon the attention shifts away from us entirely as everyone targets Gingling. He barely seems to notice the number of men against him as one by one they fall until a pile of unconscious bodies lay at his feet. Once the last man falls, Gingling lowers his arm and ceases his magic. His eyes return to normal as he looks at our slack-jawed stares. He's the leader of Void!
Are any of you hurt?
Slowly we shake our heads.
That was shadow magic you were using.
No. It was... totally not. Gingling looks apologetic.
Yes, it was.
He looks down and hides the locket that fell out of his shirt during the battle, but not before Leanna sees it.
You were using tainted shadow magic against Void, and that fighting style.
Yes.
Yes. Yes, it was me. Suddenly, both Leanna and Amelia gasp.
It can't be. You're really him?
Gingling smiles sheepishly. Who is he? What's going on?
It would seem Gingling is not Gingling the Bard, but he is also Robin Ostergaard.
I remember seeing that name somewhere. I racked my brain trying to remember. Maybe there's an exhibit I went to. Nah, who cares? Oh, from the Heroes of Exaria. Well, never mind. I thought he was dead.
For all intents and purposes, Robin is dead.
Why did you disguise yourself as a bard?
There is no Robin, only Bard. He gives a soft smile.
I thought it would be best. With all of the disturbances Void caused, there was a massive stigma against shadow magic.
Shadow magic.
I didn't want people to misconstrue the events of what happened or who I really am. I may have been a part of Void in the past, but it was before they turned into the Void that created and used tainted spheres. When their ideals began to shift, I got out. I was lucky, but not everyone was.
His voice chokes up and he pauses as he composes himself. Think back to the story he told around the campfire. That must have been his story. Robin's story.
So you gave up the prestige associated with the heroes?
Meh. He nods.
Times were hard. People were confused and on edge. It was simpler for Robin to become what they wanted him to be. I became the Bard to keep the memory of the heroes alive, so they could continue to provide hope for people.
Also, to be a drunkard. No wonder he holds such high respect for the people of Asaria. He truly does care more about the well-being of his country rather than his own needs. I don't know if I would have been able to so easily give up the temptation of fame and glory. Robin shakes his head and an urgency returns to his voice.
But we need to focus. Void is continuing to taint crystals. It seems like they're only growing stronger.
Stronger.
We've been noticing more of a presence of Void, too.
Robin nods.
Since the tainted crystals are the source of their rise in power, you'll have to find a way to stop production of those spheres.
It would make the most sense that production would happen at the base of their operations.
Where is that?
The Shadow Temple.
The Shadow Realm. Sweet! We're gonna meet Bakura! That must have been where their operations began back when he was still a part of Void.
They can use the latent energy there to maximize output of tainting crystals. If you're able to reach the temple and absorb the energy within, you'll put a major dent in their operations.
Sweet. I immediately look at Leanna when he mentions absorbing energy. Leanna just looks as alarmed as I do. She's about to retort when Robin stops her.
I saw what happened at the temple just now, and I felt the change in energy levels.
Oh, you felt it? He turns to me.
I don't know how you're able to do that, but I've seen my share of crazy things in life, and I know that what you have is a gift.
It's a curse.
Don't be afraid of it because it strays from the norm. Use it for good.
To be fair, I'm not even from here, so I feel the earnest in his voice and it empowers me.
If what he says is true, then it would behoove us to journey to the Shadow Temple.
Do you know where it is, Amy?
Hey, 15-year-old girl. I know you, I mean, she studied a lot, but hey, you, we just brought up this random temple. You know where it is?
I would need to consult Elderism's notes.
The Shadow Temple is in the west, right on the border of Avengard.
All right, well, yeah, why didn't we ask him first? The guy who probably has a better idea of where it is.
That's the opposite side of where we are now.
I will mark it down on the map for you all.
Great, we're going on a journey back to Havengard. Robin and Amelia talk further as he points out the exact location of the Shadow Temple. I survey the fallen Void members around us. What exactly should we do about these guys? And the crystals? And the crystals. Hey, maybe we should just dump them in the water and let them drown. I'm not a paragon, I'm a fucking renegade.
I'll take care of them. You all should get going.
I kind of want to replay Mass Effect now.
You aren't coming with us?
Not Andromeda, though. He shakes his head.
I know you are all more than capable of handling whatever you may encounter. I have other business to attend to now.
Sweet. Bye. We'll see you later at the end of this when it turns out you're the leader of Void. Okay, thanks. Leanna pauses and nods reluctantly.
It's been an honor traveling with you.
Robin grips her hands.
I am the one who is honored to be able to know such a formidable mage knight.
It has been a most enlightening experience to have made your acquaintance. I only wish we had more time to further speak about your background. I have many questions.
I'm sure our paths will cross again someday.
Yeah, like at the end of this when it turns out you're the leader of Void. Zack nods.
Take care.
Robin nods back.
I'll look forward to reading about the dashing beauty who helped save the team from danger.
I mean, he laughs.
I wouldn't dream of leaving her out of the story.
Ha 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 ha! Hey, you. Hey, none of that. Kara blushes. Robin puts on a bittersweet grin.
Until we meet again.
Alright, bye! After we say our goodbyes, Amelia conjures up the same bubble for us to travel back through the water. We hurry up the stairs until we return to the valley within the mountains.
It seems Void's presence is even greater than we thought.
Yeah, and who knew that we had Void with us this entire time?
Agreed. This is more than just a few scattered fanatics. They're reorganized.
Perhaps we should alert the authorities.
You think they're just gonna take our word for it and believe that Void is back? They'll launch an investigation which would take months, maybe years. And by the time they realize it's true, Void will be even stronger.
Zack is making sense.
Zack's right.
While the team debates on next steps, I remain quiet. Void is also on the rise, and the team needs my help to defeat them. But I have energy for 4 temples, right? But I have energy from 4 temples now, and I have this feeling that there should be enough energy to open a rift and return back home. Fuck it, let's go home. We don't need to deal with this. Who cares if their world gets destroyed? We got parents and stuff to go back to. Alright, fine, we'll continue the story. If I even can return home, Amelia's warning about my casting resilience is on the forefront of my mind and nibbles on my thoughts and feeds on my fear. If I try to open a rift, there's a very real possibility that I won't survive the channeling of so much energy. The face of my family reminds me of what I've left behind. How long have I been gone? Are they worried about me? My gaze wanders to Leanna. My heart flutters whenever I see her big blue eyes fall on me. Her smile makes me feel like I'm walking on air. I love her caring nature and the way she keeps me grounded. Now that I know her, I can't imagine life without her in it. Bring her to the real world with you. I'm sure you can do that. Just bring her through the rift. Like, whatever. She can get a job. Work at a pizzeria or something. Or medieval times. I don't know. Terra feels just as real as my home on Earth. What would happen if I left them here to defeat Void without me? Would they be okay with me, or would I just be setting them up for failure? Wow. This choice now. I just want to see. I want to see what happens. I look at my friends and the turmoil in my mind stirs. This isn't my home. I don't want to abandon my team here, but I can't just leave my friends and family back home either. What if they're looking for me? I can't let them think that I'm dead. And now that I have the chance to go back, how could I pass that up? And yet, I look down at my hands. I remember the fatigue I felt after practicing with Amelia. Her warning runs through my mind, turning my blood to ice in my veins. I might not even make it home if I tried. Is it really worth the risk for something that's not even guaranteed it could potentially end fatally? Of course it's fucking worth it. Let's do it. It's where my loved ones are waiting for me. It's where I left my life behind. Bye, guys! Void isn't my fight. I'm an anomaly in this world, and that's a strong indicator that I'm not meant to be here. Later! Jana, I swallow hard, gathering the courage to face my friends. My words burn my tongue as I speak them. I'm sorry, you guys, but I gotta go back. It's been a nice adventure. It's all because, you know, Kara wasn't an option. Leanna, I mean, she's okay, but, you know, it's not like I'm gonna be able to bring her with me into this new world. So, you know, I figured, hey, you know, I can just go back and get back with family. Chill out, watch some Netflix, catch up on some shows I've missed, see how long it's been, eat some ice cream. You guys don't even have ice cream here, so, you know, it's not really working. Not working for me. Slowly the team turns to face me. Then Kara laughs.
Maybe my hearing is finally going, but I could have sworn you said you wanted to go back.
Gulping hard, I nod. They are not making this easy. You heard correctly. Her laughter ceases and she stares intently at me. The longer she holds my gaze, the longer her brows knit together. She glances at Leanna, who searches me with wide eyes. I avoid her gaze, and finally she speaks.
I see.
Heartbreak flickers across her face and stabs at my heart like a knife.
That's it? That's all you're going to say?
Tears fill Leanna's eyes, but she furiously tries to blink them back.
There's nothing left to say. He's made his choice.
Yep, bye!
I think I should go find a good place to make camp.
She turns on her heel as the tears spill over. The knife in my heart turns fresh pangs of pain. Whoa, Leanna, wait, whoa, hold on, she doesn't. Kara looks at Leanna, then back at me as if waiting for me to do something. When I don't, she frowns and runs after Leanna. My stomach twists with guilt. Did I make the right decision? No, but we're making it anyway. She'll understand. She has to. My family and friends don't know what happened to me. I can't tell them. I can't let them continue worrying about me anymore. Watch, the riff actually kills me. I wait for a few more minutes, but it's clear neither of them are coming back. Zach crosses his arms and says nothing. Amelia's face is just a stony mask as Zach's. You can hate me too if you want. I'll understand. Zach just shakes his head.
You have to do what you have to do.
That was surprisingly understanding. That's the exact words I have for that. Look up at Zach. He meets my gaze before looking away. Amelia remains silent. Are you okay, Amy?
I am perfectly well.
You don't sound like it. You're not angry?
What would be the use of being angry? Would it dissuade your decision if I were?
I don't know. I shake my head.
Then what I feel is irrelevant.
Good point. Although her words are calm, her tone has a hint of sadness. I know my friends will miss me. I'll miss them too. But I've got other friends missing me. The Pongo's eyes shimmer with tears. He hops up to me, nuzzling my leg. Wow, man, they're really making me feel bad about this. Or trying to. I'm sorry, buddy. Gotta go home. Listen. I miss home. It's time for me to go home and drink. I mean, I can drink here, but, like, I miss, like, drinking with my college buddies, so... Later! Pongo shakes his head. His voice is tinged with distraught as he hops into my scarf. He buries himself beneath the fabric. My heart clenches. Sorry, buddy. Can't come. I gently scoop him out of the scarf and hand him to Amelia. He deflates in her arms. Amelia squeezes the pongo to her chest. I take one last look at my friends. These people with the somber eyes, those aren't the faces I want to remember. I try to remember their smile, but the vision doesn't come to me.
Do you need me to guide your cast?
Nah, I'm good. I got this. I shake my head. I can't ask her to do that. She nods and steps back. I close my eyes. I remember the library with all those rows of books. I remember the study tables and the wide windows. Magic flares down my arm. By the way, have fun finding out that, what's-his-face, Robin, is actually the leader of Void. I'm sure your paths will meet again, like you said. And I know you guys will do fine. I'm sure you'll do fine. It flows through my veins, a pulsing wave of energy, and engulfs me. I cry out as there's a pain, something so fierce that I feel deep in my bones. It's a blinding flash of light. I wince and flinch back, but the light is all-encompassing. It blocks out all of the senses until it begins to fade. I hear the soft rustle of pages turning. I groan and blink my eyes open, exhausted, but still in one piece. Slowly, I raise my head. Shelves upon shelves of books around me. I look down at my desk and with the scratched graffiti. I made it. I actually made it back. A student sees me and freezes. Her gaze darts to my back and she screams, drops her books and runs away. My brow furrows. What the? Another student pauses, taking me in. A slow smile spreads across his face.
Hey, dude, sweet cosplay. What anime is it from?
What? Cosplay? I look down at myself. I'm in the same leather clothes from Terra. How did that happen? Oh,
Excuse me.
Huh? A certain voice causes me to turn around. A woman with a tight bun and rimmed glasses glares at me.
I don't know what this is.
Just imagine she has like an item in her hand, like she's got like I don't know, I don't have anything like nearby. Like she's got like a thumb drive. She's like, I don't know what this is. Can you please tell me what this is? That's what that line read felt like. I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is. She waves her hands indicating my clothes.
But I will not tolerate any weapons at this school.
Without hesitation, she reaches around me and tries to grab the sword on my back.
I'm going to need to confiscate this.
No, thank you. I'll just leave. Hey, what? Hey! I struggle out of her grasp. It's not real, just a costume.
It's for our theater class.
Thanks, Alex. I recognize that voice. Glancing over, I see my friend Alex approaching. He flashes the librarian. A winning smile. She crosses her arms and huffs.
Well, next time you should change first.
The next time you should mind your business. I will. She turns around and walks away, her heels clicking on the floor. Seeing one of my friends fills me with warmth. Alex looks me up and down.
Dude, is that a real sword? What are you wearing? And where have you been? I've been calling you for ages.
Oh, it's a long story. The last few months were playing in my head, but it seems like only a few hours have passed here on Earth. I grin. You wouldn't believe me if I told you. Ending A achieved. That's right, I got the first ending. I'm proud of myself. I did it. Roll credits, please. So you decided to go home, eh? Yup. You return to your normal life with all your friends and family. Not a bad outcome. Nope. Though if you're curious of what happened to Terry, you may consider not returning home so soon. Nope, fuck this. Series over. Bye, guys. Alright, fine. No, we'll continue. Thank you for playing Crystalline. You got the sucky ending. Now, my only question is... I'm worried about the spoiling anything, so I will not watch the credits for that reason. And instead, this is what we're going to do. So we've gotten the first ending. I'm going to load this back up. 1 second here. I technically have to do... I actually have to do a quick... Whoa, that sounded creepy as fuck. Exit. No. What? Whoa. Okay, editor, please take a minute. That scared the shit out of me. All I just heard was like the creepy sound. I was like, did I fuck up? Okay, hold on. Give me 1 sec. Okay, so now I have properly created a save file. So I'm not gonna open the rift. I'm gonna stay and fight. I can't go home now. There's too much to be done here, and I care too much about these people to turn away from them in their time of need. We're gonna do the right thing here, after I did the wrong thing. But whatever, I was back home. I'm gonna eat some Dunkin' Donuts and chill. Alright, so we're not quite done here yet. And on the next episode of Crystalline, we will see what happens when we finally meet up with Void. Well, actually, I don't know if we're going to meet them in the next episode, but you know what I mean. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed today's content, please go ahead and leave a like, and let me know what you thought down below about the ending, the commentary, whatnot. It's not a very like satisfying ending because there's like so much like left to go. But I mean, he got home safely. I thought for sure he was gonna die, and somehow he didn't. But that was one of the endings, and it's nice to kind of actually see it like a branch into like a different ending like that. So thanks you guys again. Thank you guys again. Goodbye. Good night. I mean, could you imagine? Could you imagine if I was like actually serious and just like ended the series there? Like, they would like, you guys would be so pissed off with me. No, I wasn't really gonna do that. Come on, you know better than that.